Okay, you guys have seen this before. Nothing special here. Just that it's a little bit more detail, so it may be a little bit tougher to do. But basically, and again, you normally wouldn't do it like this. I'm just slopping it around. If this was a paid job, I'd be doing it much differently. However, I'm not doing too much of those anymore either because I'm getting kind of tired of it. Oh, that was my son. He says he's going to have the guys here in 10 minutes. Okay. It's a lot quicker than I expected. I thought it was going to be tomorrow, but that's good. So meanwhile, what you do is when you're pulling this tape off, I call it a transfer tape, but meanwhile when you're pulling the tape off, let me turn the screen around here, you don't want to pull up on it because you're taking a chance of possibly pulling the decal off. So you want to kind of pull back on it. You want the edge to be as sharp as possible. Alright, so you want to make sure you just pull back on it. You know, don't pull up on it because you may pull the decal right off depending on the surface that you're working with. I mean, the surface that I'm working with here is totally different, so it's not a big deal because the vinyl is going to stick to this because it's a magnet with a vinyl on it. Vinyl loves to stick to itself. If it ever falls over on itself, you're screwed because it will destroy it. You won't be able to pull them apart without ruining it. Now again, this is reflective, not the magnet, but the, what you call it, the vinyl that I'm working with, the media. Well, I've got a little bit of an issue coming up. I believe it's either October or November. I really don't remember. My oldest granddaughter is getting married. The problem that I'm having is it's about a 2-hour drive for me. Now that may not seem like a lot, and you say, well, it's your granddaughter. Yeah, well, this is true. But she knows that sometimes I have an issue with long-term driving. The drive there wouldn't be too much to drive. I don't drink, so it's not a big deal, but the drive back could be a nightmare after being there for a while. You know, you're not going to drive 2 hours to stay there for an hour. The other problem is leaving the boys alone for that long a time. Because they're going to be alone going into the night hours, you know, 6-7 hours. And they're, to be honest with you, they're not used to that. You know, they're never really alone for much more than 3-4 hours at a time. If I take off and I'm going to be gone for the day, the wife comes home from work and hangs out with them for an hour. And then she'll go back to work. So if it does happen to where I go, I may just end up going alone and hope that they understand. Now this is magnetic material, like I had said earlier. So you kind of want to watch where you put it too. Alright, so what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to cut these out so that they'll stick to the board. I'm not going to trace the line exactly. I just want to have a little bit of a cutout. I'll get a little bit closer to them once I get rid of the bulk. Again, the white should stick and blend in with the board because it's a white board. And that's basically all I should have to worry about. So, and that will go on the white board, and it should stick like so. And if the light hits it, well, I'm not going to be able to actually. I can't, you're not going to be able to tell, but that's reflective. There, you get a little better idea there. So when the projector light is hitting it, it'll reflect a little bit. Now what I will end up doing here is possibly putting a little yellow vinyl in here, little pieces of yellow to make it look more like a flame. So listen, I got to get ready. My kid's sending the guys over, so I got to do what I can while I can. I'll be back.